why more women will be single and alone in 2021. Now, the reason why more women will be single and alone in 2021 is because more women are trying to compete with each other. Oh, sis, you're not the only one that can get a degree. I can get one too. You're not the only one that can take all the bills and be alone and single and, hold a household down by yourself. Sis, I can do it too. More women, they're in competition with each other based off of who can be the most independent. Who can do things by themselves the most. Who can survive, the most. Who can maintain and upkeep the most in life. They take great pride in this strong and independent mindset. This is why more women will become single and alone in 2021, because they are in competition with each other. They're trying to prove a woman that's not, doing it by herself. She's trying to prove something to the woman that is doing it by themselves, that I can do it too. And it's an ego thing. It's a pride thing. They take great pride in that, doing things by themselves. And this is why more women will become single and alone in 2021. Now, another reason why more women will become single and alone in 2021 is because they don't want to submit to a man. They want a man to submit to them. They want to be in control. They want to control a weak man with their finances, with their money. They want men to do what they want them to do, because that's what satisfies a woman. When a man is doing what a woman says, that pleases her. This is why more women will become single and alone in 2021, because they want to be in control. They have some that masculine energy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're rebellious. They don't want to listen to men. They don't want a man to be the man of the house. They want to be the man of the house. Where really they can't, because they're not a man. They don't want to abide by the laws of nature. They want to disregard that. They want to go against nature. Any woman that goes against nature, that goes against her nature by submitting to a man and listening to a man, is a toxic woman. That's not a good woman. Good women, they listen to their man. They submit to a man. But we dealing with Babylonian women, Another reason why more women will become single and alone in 2021 is because of their past traumas and their bitterness and their anger. They slept with a guy that didn't want them, so now they became insecure and bitter, so insecure and bitter that they don't want to be with another man. They have hatred for men. They have hatred for men. This is why more women will become single and alone in 2021, because of their bitterness and their insecurities and their self-esteem. They're afraid that they're going to get hurt, if they get into another relationship. So they rather be alone in misery, in, discomfort, in a sense of lostness. if that's a word. You know, they want to navigate through life alone with no guidance. And that's going against nature, because a woman is supposed to follow a man. A woman is supposed to be with a man. Because women are more emotional than men. And that's when the logic comes in. The man steps in, and he can make better decisions based off of logic. He's supposed to. And this is why more women will become single and alone in 2021, is because of their bitterness, the frustration, their hatred for men, because they chose the wrong men by choice. And they're not learning from it. They're just choosing the same type of man, just in a different body. And this is why more women will become single and alone in 2021, because of the hatred and the bitterness. Another reason why more women will become single and alone in 2021 is simply because their narcissistic, rebellious, personality. Like I said before, they want to be in control. And a real man is not going to let a woman that's trying to act masculine be in control. So that man, he will leave her. She try to be controlling, he'll leave her. He won't put up with that. He will just pump and dump her. A real man that understands the law of nature, that understands his place, that know his worth, he will leave a controlling woman. He will not stay with a controlling woman. Because that's beta. That's not alpha, to let a woman control you as a man. And that man, he's going to know that woman is narcissistic. She's toxic. She wants to be in control. So, after he smashed, he's going to leave her. He's not going to be with her. Men are not going to want to be with these type of women. And it's a lot of these type of women out here in this society today. Controlling, narcissistic, selfish, egocentric, succubus, just want to drain men. This is why more women will become single and alone in 2021. Another reason why more women will become single and alone in 2021 is simply because men are starting to wake up. They're starting to know their worth. They're starting to watch different channels on YouTube, learning about female nature, learning what it is to be a man, learning the do's and don'ts when it comes down to a woman, learning not to tolerate a woman that don't respect you. Men are learning not to tolerate a egocentric woman. Men are learning not to tolerate a selfish, narcissistic, self-centered, angry, controlling, toxic, bitter woman. Men are learning not to accept this. Men are learning their value. Men are learning from other men what not to put up with. This is why more women are going to be single and alone in 2021, because more men, they just see these women as just, passing buses, passing customers at a local, McDonald's drive-thru. Because a lot of men are gaining knowledge about female nature, and they know that these women, they're not worth marrying. They're not worth being with. They're too much to deal with. They're too much about themselves. They don't want to treat men how men treat them. Men are waking up. Men are realizing that these women are just all about themselves. And what can they take from men? And men are pulling back. Men are backing up. And learning about, these women nature. And as more men back up and learn about female nature and really start to realize that, these women are really not worth it. They're going to be just pumping and dumping them. They're not going to be with them long term because they know that woman going to want to take control, be in control. Or they're going to know that woman is not going to want to submit. Or they're going to know that woman, she doesn't really respect you. She just want to take advantage of a man. Men are not letting women take advantage of them no more. That's done and over with. Men are not playing the nice guy no more. Men are not playing that no more. That's dead and over with. So they're just pumping and dumping. Like the bad boys. That's what they say in the red pill community. But this is why more women are going to be single and alone, because men are not going to really want to deal with these women like long term. They're going to want to deal with them as far as hooking up, maybe going on dates, pumping and dumping, and that's it. And this is why more women will become single and alone in 2021. Is because men are waking up to women's nature. They're learning their value, learning their worth. They know that women just want to take advantage of them. So they're, taking advantage of women before they let the women take advantage of them and just pumping and dumping them. And the top 10%, 5% men, they don't want these women. And these women have a strong, independent, diva, I can do it by myself mindset. And these women, they don't want to submit to a man. And because, too, why more women will become single and alone in 2021 is because they're going against nature. They're going against their femininity. And this is why more women will become single and alone in 2021. Hope you guys got something out of this. Stay strong, fellas. It's Coleman.